Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for Fear of the Walking Dead. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about a brand new piece of information that has just come out for the mid-season finale of Fear, regarding it being over 2 hours long. So we're going to talk about that and go over some Q&A comments.
There's no way Padre's leaving it unguarded.
Why do you think I put it on wheels in the first place?
Those are the tracks it was on.
Y'all getting closer. Come on, my way to you. Don't you try and stop me!
Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for Fear of the Walking Dead. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about Fear of the Walking Dead. We're going to do our final video before the release of episode 5 on AMC+. We also are going to go through a few of your guys' Q&A comments that I wanted to also get to for today. But I wanted to go over a major topic before we do that, which is Fear the Walking Dead, the mid-season finale, reportedly being over 2 hours long. So, I've got a few of you guys asking me to give my thoughts about this. It's been kind of releasing everywhere right now that it sounds like the mid-season finale, so not episode 5, but the one that's coming up next weekend, the last one for the first half of the final season, is supposed to be over 2 hours. Because apparently on AMC, if you go to their main channel, you can actually look up the times for when Dead City comes out and when the Fear of the Walking Dead mid-season finale comes out, which, if you're not aware, yes, next week we're going to be getting the mid-season finale of Fear, and we're going to be getting the pilot episode of The Walking Dead Dead City with Maggie and Negan. Now, that is going to actually be airing at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's going to run through until about 10 o'clock and 12 minutes. I believe 10:12 is when the episode goes off, so it's like a little over an hour with commercials. But apparently the Dead City premiere is actually going to be before the mid-season finale of Fear the Walking Dead. So it sounds like we're getting episode 5 tomorrow and this Sunday on AMC. But next week, we're going to be getting Dead City first. Apparently, they're going to release Dead City first at 9 p.m., and that's going to run until 10 o'clock and 12 minutes. So it's going to stop there. Now, from 10 o'clock, 12 minutes, all the way until 12 o'clock, 42 minutes, we're supposed to have the mid-season finale of Fear the Walking Dead. So it's going to go from 10:12 to apparently 12:42. I don't know what the fuck is going on here, but that is the longest damn episode I've ever seen for this franchise, if that is accurate. I don't know if maybe they're just mistaking themselves. Maybe there's a Talking Dead episode after that, and they're mixing this shit up, because there is no way that there is an episode that long. And if that is the case, then I think that holds my theory up even longer that Lenny James is done in that episode. Because why the hell would they make an episode that long? So that completely threw me off. That is a crazy length for an episode. Now, keep in mind, that is including commercials, but that is still like over 2 hours long. So this episode, at least, is going to be like an hour, 50 minutes, or like almost damn near 2 hours. So that is insane. I knew that we were going to be getting a lot of Padre stuff in that mid-season finale, and I also knew that, Morgan was going to be going back to the old Eastman location, because we did see some photos of that. But hearing that episode is that long, and also, might I just add, I love that Dead City is literally taking the time slot that Fear was supposed to have, and they're postponing Fear until Dead City airs its fucking episode. It's like, they literally know that Fear the Walking Dead is not doing good right now, so they're like, okay, we'll put Dead City at Fear's time at 9 o'clock, and then we'll push the Fear episode until people see Dead City. Like, they know people don't give a shit, But yeah, that is a crazy length for a mid-season finale for Fear, for any episode of Fear, But we're probably about to have an hour and a half to damn near 2 hours worth of a mid-season finale for Fear, if this is accurate. Keep in mind, maybe there's just a glitch going on, maybe Talking Dead is included here somehow. I would think it would be, but there's also a major chance that it sounds like Fear of the Walking Dead has a damn near 2 hour long episode. So, had to cover this one. This is really, really crazy. I'm not sure why it's that long, although if it's Lenny James's send-off episode, I mean, I guess that makes sense, but holy shit, man, that is insane. So, strap in our seatbelts for that. That's going to be a lot of friggin' media to watch in one night. That's going to be a lot to unpack, and I look forward to it, though. I'm excited to see what happens. I just hope Padre doesn't take too much of our fucking time, and we can get to say goodbye to Lenny James, and not so much with Padre, Hopefully we can actually get some great Morgan stuff in that episode, and that's why that episode is so long. So yeah, now, before we of course get ready for episode 5, let's go over just a few more questions from you guys leading into the 5th episode of Fear the Walking Dead. And before we get into your questions, I will just kind of let you guys know that there's a bit of construction outside, so you'll probably hear some, some construction noise from outside my window, so apologies for that. But anyway, let's get into the first question. It comes from Official, who says, Dan, do you think that maybe Troy and Strand are actually part of the same group? And do you think that Victor ran into Troy during the 7-year time jump? What do you think about that? So, yes, I do think they're together. I think that's, because we know that Victor is part of this, like, new military group. That's all we know so far, obviously, but, we know, his new outfit, and we know his new design, that he's part of some kind of military type of thing. And Troy is very much involved in that kind of stuff, very military-like, a lot of stuff like that. So I think that's how Troy's coming in. Because Troy's not going to be on his own. I definitely don't think Troy's going to be on his own. Also because we're not going to have him be part of the rebellion, parents group or whatever versus Padre, because we would have seen him by now, you know what I mean? And Daniel would have brought it up to Madison for sure. And it also would not be Padre, because Padre, we know their leadership, we know who's part of Padre now, so it can't be any of these groups, and we're not going to have like another group, you know what I mean? Like that, at that point it'd be a little overwhelming. So I think that Troy and Strand are part of the same group. I do. I don't know how it got that way, but I definitely think they're in the same group. And I think Strand is probably the leader, and Troy is like a lieutenant. That's what I think. Because obviously we now know that Troy, based off the leaks, and well, now we know it's real, that Troy is going to be coming back to Fear the Walking Dead. So I definitely think he's going to be part of Strand's group, and that is going to make for some interesting interactions. I'll say that much. That is going to make for some very, very, very interesting interactions. Next one comes from Bam, who says that, Dan, do you think that that was a great scene in episode 4 when Morgan had to, of course, save Mo by putting down Dwayne? Do you like the closure they gave his character, and what did you think of the scene overall? So that was definitely, in my opinion, and I know for a lot of you guys, the best scene of episode 4. Episode 4, obviously, I mean, you had Padre and you had all that bullshit, but one of the greatest things about episode 4 is seeing the confirmed death of Dwayne, which I think is really crazy. And as a matter of fact, fun fact for all you guys that are watching this, Lenny confirmed in an interview actually yesterday on the main AMC Walking Dead channel. You can actually go ahead and watch it. It's on their shorts section on the main Walking Dead channel. And anyway, he was talking, and basically I was shocked when he said this. Apparently Adrian, the actor for Dwayne in the first season of Walking Dead, it was him in this episode. Apparently they aged him down somehow and tried to make him seem younger, but apparently the real Dwayne actor played that walker. That's insane. Because I knew they brought the Jenny actor back, but I did not think they were going to be able to get the Dwayne actor back and like age him down the way they did. Props to them. I don't know how they did that, but they did a really, really good job. Very good job. So, yeah, definitely, the whole thing with Dwayne, I mean, yeah, it was an incredible sequence. It's the best scene of Fear, if you ask me, in a long time. I mean, it's so good, and I love how it comes full circle, too, how he's got the gun up and stuff like that, and this time he can actually pull the trigger and save his kid from getting, eaten apart by somebody that, he cares about. The writing, finally, in Fear the Walking Dead, the writing finally made a little bit of sense, and it was very, very well executed. Yeah, very, very good. Very emotional scene, and something that I think we've been needing to see for a very long time. So yeah, that was good. Next one comes from Dominic, who says that, Dan, how in the hell did Troy survive that hammer to the head anyway? Do you think they're ever going to explain that? And what are your thoughts on, them actually going in depth with that? So obviously, if you guys haven't been keeping up with some of the videos, the main AMC Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead channel, unfortunately already revealed that they're going to be bringing Troy back in Fear the Walking Dead. So of course, that's just out in the open now. That's just public knowledge. But here's what I'll say about it. Troy's return, it makes no fucking sense. Honestly, I'm sorry for the language, but it makes no fucking sense. Troy is not alive. You can't convince me he's alive. And I know a lot of people have said, like, well, Dan, he is alive. He is alive. Yes, I know, but realistically, he cannot be alive. There's no way in hell you would survive that. 2 hits to the head is enough, you know what I'm saying? 1 hit to the head would probably kill you if it was done right, 2 hits to the head, yeah, no, you're dead. In addition to that, the dam blew up with him in it, with water washing him down. Like, there is no way he's alive. I'm sorry. There is no way you can look at it. There's no way you can possibly figure out a way that he could live. No, there is no explanation on how he lived. And you want to know something? And I guarantee you this is what they're going to do. Because these writers suck balls. I'm sorry, but they do. This is what they're going to do. He's going to come back, and he's straight up just going to be like, oh yeah, I survived. How'd you do that? Nah, it's not important. Story for another day, you know? They're not going to show us flashbacks. They're not going to show us this bullshit like this. If they show us a flashback on how the hell he survived, I will give them props when that day comes. But I guarantee you, especially these writers, they do not show us jack shit. They just tell us, you know? They tell us, they don't show us. And that's the biggest problem with these writers. And honestly, I don't think Troy's return is going to be a good thing. I really don't. Sure, he can come back for a few episodes and have that charisma that Daniel Sherman has. Sure. But is he going to come back and be as good as he was in season 3? I fucking doubt it. I absolutely doubt it. So that's just my opinion at least. But no, I don't think it's going to be good at all. I really don't. And the last one comes from Beavers, who says, Dan, are you disappointed that the leader of Padre was not Tobias from season 1? Hell no. Absolutely not. I don't understand what the praise of Tobias is. I never understood it. Sure, he was a smart kid that kind of came up with the idea of the apocalypse. Does it mean he should be leading a group for 12 years? No, absolutely not. I'm sorry, guys, but the Tobias shit is so weird. It's like, he was so irrelevant. He was so odd. I never understood why people enjoyed his character so much. To me, he was just there, you know what I mean? And he really did turn into the Morales of Fear the Walking Dead. Everybody praises Tobias, and I'm like, I don't understand what the praise is. He's just some kid, you know? And I don't ever think we're going to see Tobias again. I really don't. And the main reason I don't think so also is because we're not dealing with Dave Erickson. We're not dealing with somebody that actually cares about the OG Fear the Walking Dead. The only reason why Troy's coming back is because they're doing it for the viewership, you know, because they know that people will watch their shit. And I'm willing to bet, to be honest, guys, and I'm going to throw this one out here. Let me know if y'all agree. I think because Lenny James is probably going to be leaving the show in the mid-season finale, episode 6 next week, I guarantee you guys the reason why Troy's coming in the final episodes, it's damage control. Absolutely. It's absolutely damage control. Because they know that if they bring Troy back, people will still watch. Because they know that they're not even writing Madison good. So they know that if they bring Troy back, they'll continue to have their viewers. 100% that's what they're doing, and it's absolutely pathetic. But yeah, I guarantee that's what they're doing. So anyway, let me know in the comment section below, what do you guys think about the news of us having a 2-hour mid-season finale for Fear the Walking Dead? What are your thoughts on that? What are your kind of standpoints on that? And are you excited for episode 5 of Fear the Walking Dead tomorrow? We, of course, will be doing our review once we get to check out the episode and give our thoughts. So anyway, hope you guys enjoy the episode, of course, on AMC Plus tomorrow. If you're new to the channel, guys, and you enjoyed this video, make sure to click that subscribe button so you don't miss any other videos for Fear of the Walking Dead. Make sure to follow me on Dan's The Walking Dead reviews on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos for Fear of the Walking Dead. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.